Oh my goodness is my first reaction to this. I was going to go to sleep, but here we are making a video for today, June the 4th, 2025, State of Play for PlayStation. Didn't really expect anything to grab my attention until I saw the Square Enix logo. I was like, huh? Yeah, Final Fantasy Tactics is being developed and released from Square Enix as a part of Creative Studio 3. I just have no words.
Children of Ivalice, but deliver us from our sins.
It's so hard for me to express how excited I am right now. Look at this game.
Why walk this path of subterfuge and conflict?
We'll let it play a little bit, and then we have to break this down.
Heavens fall upon your crown. This vile charade has gone on long enough.
Oh, it looks so good. It looks so good. So that's the first bit that we see. They have this little, trailer.
When your father showed us how to make a whistle of a blade of grass.
Some very familiar voice talent. I'm not sure exactly who that is. But yeah, so we've got to break this down a little bit. Let's go back. So not only do we get blessed by some rather incredible voiceover and this beautiful intro.
Children of Ivalice, but deliver us from our sins, that we might know salvation.
Final Fantasy Tactics, let me just preface, is a game that I've never really truly experienced fully myself. I had to import a copy from the US, and I had to get a US PlayStation originally. This was never released originally in my region, right, in the UK. We never got a PAL region version, and it still stings to this day. There was like a PSP remake, didn't get it on PSP. This, for modern consoles, dude, I have a mighty need.
If you feel wrong, blame yourself or the father.
So if you don't know anything about Tactics, it's set in the Ivalice universe, so the same universe that in Final Fantasy XIV, obviously, we have the Ivalice series raids and that entire storyline. And obviously we've got Final Fantasy XII, which is set, obviously in the same universe, but many, many, many years later. It's kind of the origins of the Ivalice story, and if you've never played it, it is a must-have. And there are so many people in my own country and mostly across Europe that have never played this. So for this to be an announcement, oh my goodness, I need to go back a little bit. It's such a short little clip.
Blame yourself or the father.
Why do you fight? Why walk this path?
It looks so good, there's Zagreus. This might not look good to you, I don't know. To me, this is just, it's mind-blowing. I don't know how to explain this. If you've played any games like this, you might have played Fire Emblem or any games like that. Final Fantasy Tactics is really, in my opinion, one of the progenitors of that. Ultimately, there have been many games like it, but this was the trendsetter, or at least look at this. We've also got this is very reminiscent of Final Fantasy 16. If you remember, in Final Fantasy 16, you have the time chart where you can see what happened, and it basically tells you the story. Look at this, and then you've got your class selection unlocking system. Wow. It looks so stylized, and it's voice acted.
It ends now.
That's the most impressive bit. I recognize some of the voices, I think.
Do you remember?
But I'm not going to commit. I'm not going to commit to predictions. So basically, this game is releasing with both versions. What they're saying is the classic experience, what it originally looked like, and then the enhanced version. I'm not sure if this is going to be a toggle switch like in some modern games, but look at the UI. Holy crap, dude, that looks so much nicer. So it says the classic version unites the graphics and gameplay of the original with a renowned War of the Lions translation, and the enhanced version features a renewed interface, extensive additions and adjustments to the story, fully voiced dialogue, and much more. The fact that this is fully voiced is heaven sent. Honestly, there's a lot of dialogue in Tactics, and it is very thick. It is biblical in terms of its story. It is amazing. Look at that in comparison, the side by side. Wow. Yeah, and we get a release date as well and a pre-order available. And then the other thing that's super hype about this as well is Square Enix posted on Blue Sky this post, and it says Tactics comes Tuesday, September the 30th for Nintendo Switch 2, Nintendo Switch, PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, Xbox Series X and S, as well as Steam. Oh my goodness. This is a dream come true. Seriously. Everyone who has a console or a PC in 2025 will finally get to play this game. Dude, that's sick. That is the best news ever. That's ridiculous. And if it couldn't be even more hyped, if you go to the official Square Enix blog for the Final Fantasy Tactics, they embed the trailer. I'll link this in the description. They talk about basically bringing it to modern audiences, information on the tactical turn-based battles, jobs and customization. And then they also talk about what's new in the Ivalice Chronicles if you choose to play in the new version. So, of course, we've got a brand new user interface, updated visuals, as well as a list of voice actors. Now, this might be interesting to you. We got Joe Pitts as Ramza, Greg Lowe as Delita, Hannah Melbourne as Agrius, Timothy Watson as Sidolphus, Harry McIntyre as Mustadio, Ben Starr as Dice Dog. So, yeah, Ben's back from Final Fantasy 16. And cameos by Cody Christian, which is Cloud Strife from Final Fantasy 7 Remake series. So, of course, if you didn't know anything about Final Fantasy Tactics, Cloud might make an appearance. And Brianna White, i.e. Aerith Gainsborough from Final Fantasy 7 Remake series as well. Oh my goodness, that is awesome. There's also a new tactical view. It says a new feature making it easier to get the lay of the land and plan your actions across the battlefield. That's interesting. Battle speed, so we can speed up battles to fly through them faster. It's great if you want to blow through easy fights or quickly practice with different team compositions. That's something I wish the original had. And there are new difficulty levels. Do you want to really test your tactics, or are you in it more for the story? New difficulty levels let you adjust the game to your playstyle. Very cool. And there's also the classic version as well from 1997. But look at the comparisons, dude. This is the original and this is the new version. Oh my god. But they've kept the art style, they've kept it thematically the same. Super hype. Super hype. It also says there's a pre-order, and if you pre-order, you get white equipment for Ramza, mithril knife as a weapon, and accessory spiked boots, which increases a unit's jump attribute when equipped. That's pretty interesting. As well as some high potions and ethers as well. There's a standard edition, and there's also a deluxe edition of the game. It seems that the deluxe edition is for PlayStation 5, PS4, Xbox, and Steam. And there's also Steam, Xbox Series X and S, PS5, and PS4 for the pre-order. And there's also mention of, a Switch 2 version as well. But look at this. There's a collector's box. I need this immediately. So you get Chocobo mini plush set. You get Zodiac stones, which are acrylic magnets. That's sick. You get pop-up art of the church. Special art box. We get a Ramza figurine, that's amazing. And some art sheets as well. If you're a massive Tactics fan, then this is going to be something you probably want. You might be interested to see how much the collector's box actually is, though. And if we click on that, it doesn't appear to be loading at the moment, but you can imagine quite a bit, probably. September is going to be, just at the end of September, the 30th. Dude, if you're anywhere near as excited for me as I am for this, rather, I'm just lost completely for words. I sat there in complete disbelief looking at this and going, they did what? Creative Unit 3 as well. So we're in safe hands. And you can tell there are some elements. You can tell that it's Creative Unit 3 as well, especially when we have the scenes with the time index of what happened during X, etc., during this particular time period, etc. It looks great.
If you feel wrong,
super happy that more people will finally get to play this. This is something that was missing from the endless collections of things. We got the Pixel remasters more recently. They are fantastic games. Some of the more definitive ways to play the old Final Fantasy games, in my opinion. And the fact that we get to relive this, and for many of us, live it for the first time, it's a missing chapter, and it looks fantastic. I hope it plays as good as it looks, but it's Final Fantasy Tactics. It's not really, you can't really get it wrong. And the fully voice acting stuff. Anyway, that was my first little thing. I needed to make a video just to cry out into the void about this and go, thank goodness that we have finally got this. I know there were rumors, but you never believe the rumors, you know? And we got a release date as well. I will immediately be playing that on the 30th. 100%. Anyway, let me know if you're as excited as I am. Just a little reaction video. Thank you for watching. Have a good night. Oh my god, how can I sleep after that? Frickin' Tactics, man. What's next? Chrono Trigger? We can only hope.